So you guys were I'm hearing a lot of you guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that, and when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So, it's shorter. There you go. Crazycatlady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment purpose.
Hello, I'm Roy Disney. It was over 60 years ago that I first heard my uncle, Walt Disney, talk about his vision for a concert film. It was to be unlike anything the world had ever seen, breaking new ground in animation, sound, and technology. At the suggestion of conductor Leopold Stokowski, it was called Fantasia, and it would be one of the crowning achievements of Walt's career. But it wasn't the first time he would startle audiences with breathtaking innovations. Walt was the first to introduce synchronized sound in an animated film with Steamboat Willie. Flowers and Trees was the first color cartoon. In the mid-30s, Walt's team developed a multiplane camera that gave startling new depth to animation. It was put to wonderful use on the first full-length animated feature, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And in 1940, with Fantasia, Walt elevated the art of animation once again when he developed the first use of multi-track stereophonic sound to approximate a concert-going experience. At Walt Disney Feature Animation, we've continued this tradition of innovation. And when the computer first became available as an animation tool, we saw it as a great opportunity. In The Great Mouse Detective, the gears of Big Ben were computer-generated and combined with hand-drawn cells of the characters.
Tale as old as time.
In Beauty and the Beast, sweeping camera moves through three-dimensional scenes heightened the reality and the entertainment experience.
Rex, you navigate. Ham and potato, operate the levers and knobs.
Toy Story and Toy Story 2 took computer animation to infinity and beyond by creating completely digital universes and characters. Dinosaur advances the technology even further, becoming our first full-length feature to combine naturalistic digital animation with real-life backgrounds. These days, we continue to push the envelope, helping to pioneer the development of digital projection systems for theaters that will let us present animation with heightened clarity. And with DVD, we're now able to deliver our films right out of our computer and into your home with digital perfection. The story of animation is in many ways the story of the dynamic interrelationship between art and technology. The result is a dramatic and constantly growing creative legacy. Fantasia remains an important piece of that legacy. Walt's original concept was for it to be a continually evolving showpiece of the wonders of animation. 60 years later, Fantasia 2000 is the realization of his visionary dream. Now, on behalf of the whole family of Disney animators, past and present, we're proud to present Fantasia 2000.
Hi everybody, Martha here. So, I know what I showed a thing I probably did before about when I did Fantasia, but this is for Dinosaur, and I decided to just put this on so you guys can see the dinosaur part and why Disney made it. But there's one little correction that I like to make. I always, when I watch this thing, I always have to remind myself, no, the Great Mouse, the clock and the Great Mouse Detective. It's not the first time they use computers. That is technically the boat and Black Cauldron. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is for Schffrillas. He had, I'm not going to tell you the details because I don't, but he's fine, but he had to deal with a lot of sad things in real life, so I wanted to do this video for him to help him during this sad time for him. So I decided to watch a terrible movie for him. Now this is he recently wanted to challenge you two to make a good review on Dinosaur. Now Dinosaur, just like Schffrillas likes to do stuff for Tamatoa, like every single time he always has Tamatoa waving around with a picture, and so I make sure to. Now is this movie so shiny? Tamatoa, or is it like a barnacle?
Yes, I have the... Wait a minute. Ah, I see. She's taken a barnacle and she's covered it in bioluminescent algae as a diversion.
Use a diversion. so like that? No, it's not. It's not one of the best movies out there that Disney made. Yes, there's better ones that are shiny. And this movie's full with them. Things are not alive anymore, or like Tamatoa said. Like, King, Lilo and Stitch, and Huckleberry and Rodon. Those ones are shiny! But this one is one of the ones that is not shiny. It's a barnacle. I can totally see why people probably think this is one of the bad ones. Now, there is some good parts about it. There is the beginning of it where there's no talking, and it's more like a thing that you watch on Animal Planet or Discovery Planet, where you watch we watch dinosaurs walk around up until really, I think the part it starts getting bad was when they're walking around and trying to get to their nesting grounds, or their version of the Great Valley from Land for Time. I would say the egg part's fine. Their island getting blown up is fine. Them getting Aladar is fine. The part before that, because we had to deal with the monkey who has to keep on making references that would not exist during that time, like when he's trying to flirt. But I don't know. I'll try my best to defend this a little bit. It's hard to make a monkey being flirty without making references to nowadays, I guess. It's the only thing I can think about saving that thing now. There is so many worse movies in my take, but I understand why it'd be hard to pick a worse movie out of so many good movies out there. But I have watched old movies like you have, Schffrillas. I have watched the wartime videos. I have watched Chicken Little. Any one of those could be a bad movie. Any one of those could be a worse movie. I would not want to rate old Disney movies like we did. Okay, I would not want to do that and pick which one out of these so many good apples and show which one's the bad apple, which one's not shiny. Like you did. So let's get on with, and who's the villains in this thing? There is several villains. Is it Kronk and Burger? I know saying those two names wrong. Is it those two? They're really just obstacles that he has to deal with during this to show that this is a hard time for dinosaurs. So they're showing two jerks that would be showing more time. Both of them do die. There is one that technically was with Burger, whatever his name is. That was technically a red shirt and got from Star Trek and got eaten. And there's a bunch of other ones, but the ones I would say is mostly the bad guys is I'm not very good with dinosaur names, so the ones that are fallen were like little raptors and the Carnotaurus. Those ones I would say is the bad guys, and the meteor shower and the environment and the stuff like that. The nature is definitely the bad guy in this movie, and they're just showing them trying to get to the thing. The reason why I think they made this, Roy want to make this, Roy Disney, was to show a bit like advanced in animation. Just like his great uncle, he has admired for animation, so he wanted to show advancements for animation by putting dinosaurs in real environments. That's what he wanted to do here. And maybe this movie's a little bit like Land Before Time, but I think that's the reason why they made this movie. And then showing them going to a new place, and them not dying at the very end. But we didn't see a lot of them dying until they get there. And yes, there is one that is this movie does have a sequel that I have not seen. So yeah, let me show. So now that that's over with, let me go and look up like who worked on it and stuff like that, and they gave me a bunch of names. Victor is the director. There's one director, so there's also Wade Durilla, who's also the director. We have 2 screenplays. John Hara, John Harrison did the story, and Tom is earlier did also the story. And there's also Jacob and Rolf Hill also did the story that I mentioned earlier, produced by Pam Ozilla. I'll make sure to put names in front of these people. D.B. Sweeten, Smaller, Olber, Max Olber, and Harlan Pattison. Samuel E. Wright, who you remember is Sebastian. So Tomatoa's better looking enemy. Silver Light Peter, and also Rob White and Donna Reed. Cinematic, David Harburgent and S. Douglas Smith. Edited by H. Lee Peterson. Music by James Stewart Howard. And distributed by the Reveal Pictures, and I think that's basically it. Did this movie make its money back? Let's see. The budget, it was 700 billion.5, and box office was 343.8 billion. Now I don't know how many times this movie has been released, so now it's made back its money. But let's see if over here where it says that it made its original release, did it say that? Dinosaur was released and made 1922 mixed reviews or credits into the opening, and the result from the lack of radiation, the gross of blah blah blah, came at fourth selling of 1001. So the gaining was 198 billion for sales. Okay, so what else have I not mentioned yet in this? Okay, so Aladar is basically the protagonist who has to make sure to keep his 3 monkey friends safe and then he bumps into another tribe where he has to keep 3 elderly dinosaurs, well, really 2 elderly dinosaurs, and the dog, who doesn't make sense. Why would a dinosaur act like a dog? Just to make the kids laugh, I guess. And he is making sure to get all the dinosaurs that don't talk to their new home, and have Nina, who he meets there, and they have babies at the very end. Now, yes, I do agree this movie's not an easy watch. It can put you to sleep. But I still think that maybe one of the more times, the ones where Walt Disney rather me making something else, or making one of those movies, actual movies where he actually had more money. If there was an award time, there was an award going on during that time period, we would have actually probably gotten a real Sleepy Hollow movie, or a real Wind in the Willows movie. Maybe we would have gotten that, or we would have gotten Alice in Wonderland or Peter Pan more sooner, if that time did not happen. Or I still think that that Chicken Little was a lot more movie because of the dad. So yeah. So hope you deal with the hard times, Schffrillas. All of us have dealt with hard times, so this is for you, buddy. Keep on showing us which movies are shiny and which ones are the barnacles or not so shiny.
You'll never be quite as shiny.
What should I give this movie? I'm gonna give it a is it worth watching? If you want to watch something that has talking dinosaurs in it and gives you some information and shows you other dinosaurs besides the T-Rex, because if you watch this movie as a little kid, you might think the Carnosaurs were T-Rexes. And this will show you, no, there's other dinosaurs that were like T-Rexes. So, and you can go on while you're watching this, you can go and find a dinosaur book, and it'll help you learn all these dinosaurs' names. Like, what the hell is Aldor? Aldor, whatever its name was, but, so, remember, there is no things as a Jerkosaurus. So, and he's not even the one that said that. So, I'm gonna give this one a 6 out of 10. Because it can be a sleeper sometimes, but there is some good moments into it. So, for you, buddy, keep on making good reviews for me, for everybody on YouTube, and make them happy. So, like, here, and subscribe. My analytics are showing me that some of you guys are not subscribed, so. Bye-bye. Have a nice shiny day.